Hello, this video covers the network configuration on the Nvidia DGX A100 in the out-of-band management, also known here as the BMC. And when you set up the server initially, you'll need to put in a network setting so that this can be accessed remotely through the browser. So once the system's all racked up, you'll need to plug in a keyboard and a VGA monitor. If you haven't got a VGA monitor, then you could use a HDMI monitor with a converter. I've got a little converter here. Hopefully you can see HDMI. You can get these little boxes just about anywhere. You should ideally have a crash cart if you're doing this work in a data center and you've got lots of systems to set up with the initial configuration. Okay, so now we're assuming this is our server, this is the front, there's a little picture here, the back. Now, assuming you've got it all plugged in, the screen's all plugged in, the keyboard and a mouse in the USB port, then power it up. You can set the IP address through the initial boot up. So you'll have to set the password. It'll come with a default password, admin, and then you'll change that. As you're booting up, press the F2 or the delete key and takes you into the BIOS. And then in the BIOS settings, select the server management, and under there, in the network configuration, you then put in your IP address, subnet, and default gateway. You can also, if you've got a laptop, you can plug that in directly using a patch cable straight into the BMC port, and you can test it. Make sure the laptop port is on the same subnet, just in case your network isn't up and running as yet. That's a quick way to check that the IP is correct. Now, the screen you see here is at a point where I've opened the browser, I've put in the IP address, and this is the base management controller configuration. I'll show you the same settings that you just entered. And here you can see on the menu, we have got settings down here. Let me go to the next screen. Once you click on that, you've got here network settings. And here you've got DNS configuration, just in case you want to use that as well. But here on the network IP settings, okay. Now make sure that DHCP is unticked, because we need to set a static IP address. If you have got this ticked, you could probably pick up an IP address if you've got a DHCP server set up, but it's probably best on servers to set static IP addresses. I suppose you could also do IP reservations if you do need to use DHCP, but most people set static IP addresses. So as you can see, you've got the IP address setting here, subnet, and gateway. Further down, we also have IPv6. If you're using that, then you put your IP address down here. And also you can enter a VLAN if it's going to be on a special VLAN. But the default VLAN ID is 0. Then you just save those settings. That will take you out. And then on the previous menu, then you can go in and select DNS. This is in addition. You don't have to set up DNS if you're not using name resolutions for your out-of-band management. But it's just a nice to have, and it's good to see that the option is available there. Likewise, you can set up DNS servers as well. So save that, and that's pretty much it. Reboot that, test it, and as I say, plug in your laptop and make sure it's all working locally. That's it. Thank you. Bye.